Minutes to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Man, I probably got about 45 minutes, man. This is one of those spontaneous, unexpected lives. Man, I had a few people cancel on me, not show up on me. So with this downtime, we're going to be productive and efficient, and we just going to stream and talk about something that's very important. You know, some breaking news, so to speak. So what's the word? How everybody living and feeling on this wonderful Monday? Starting the week off on a wonderful and powerful note, healthy note. Boom, peace. What's happening? What's happening, man? Everything is good. Everything is smooth. Everything is good and smooth. How everybody feeling on this wonderful Monday? What's the word? Talk to me before I start talking to y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. But we chilling. Everything is peaceful on my end. Just elevating, prospering, progressing, all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff, man. Y'all see we live. We live from the gym. Got my workout in earlier. Hopefully y'all got y'all workout in to start the week off. You know, Monday is a great day. Monday is a great day, but what's the word, man? How we living and feeling? Boom, for sure, man. How you living and feeling? How everything going on your end? Like I said, y'all see we live from the sweatshop. We live from the gym. Magic Realms, peace. What's happening with you, my brother? What's the word? How we living and feeling? 1228 the great, peace. What's happening? What's the word? And y'all see this subject matter, man. Y'all see what it is, Miss Nia, peace. What's happening? Y'all see what it is. The allegations toward Jonathan Majors, you know, right after his Creed success. Ironically, Magic, everything is good, man. Everything is good. We elevating, we maintaining, man. We prospering out here. So everything is good on my end, man. We steady elevating, constant elevation. Boom, for sure. But yeah, constant elevation out here, constant elevation. But yeah, I know y'all seen the allegations, man. I know y'all tapped into the story. I know y'all done read up on it. I know y'all seen what what the brother got accused of. Get Ink, peace. What's happening? David Well, peace. What's happening? Brandon, peace. What's happening? FH, peace. Queen, what's happening? Lindell, peace. What's happening? Dominique, peace. Hey, 1228, let's get it. I'm tapping in. You already know I'm tapping in. Dominique, for sure. It's crazy out here. And I heard that the chick that accused him, she recanted on her story. She took back the story. She took it back. You know, I heard that. I don't know if y'all tapped in and saw that, but I read where she took it back. She recanted her story. So again, here we go. You know, we just had Michael Irvin just had to deal with something. Now we got the Jonathan Majors, man. It's real in the field out here. Oh, D, peace. No, I ain't finished it yet. Yeah, I was going back and forth between like 2 or 3 books. So yeah, I ain't finished that joint yet. But trust me, it ain't gonna be too long. Goldie, my brother, peace. What's happening? Kai, peace. What's happening? What's the word? There we go. Everybody getting healthy. But yeah, man, it's real out here, man. It don't take much. Listen, unfortunately, it don't take much out here for the image of the black man to be torn down. It don't take much. Simple allegation can ruin your whole entire career. You know, a simple allegation can ruin your entire career. They will start stripping you of everything. You will get removed from certain positions strictly off of an allegation. That's what happened to Michael Irvin. Before they even did a full-blown investigation, they started removing Michael Irvin. You can't do the Super Bowl. You can't do this. Before they even showed and proved anything, Michael Irvin was getting stripped of duties and jobs. Like, man, y'all didn't even prove anything. Then they get the video footage. Michael Irvin ain't did anything, man. And I heard this Jonathan Majors situation is the same way. They say they got video evidence of him basically, that's just going to clear his name. You know? So I find that funny, find it hilarious. That's all it takes. But I was like, ironically, this happens right after his Creed success. You know what I'm saying? Like, ironically, like the timing. Timing is everything. I pay attention to timing. Timing is everything. Like this, literally, right after he has this success with Creed. Like, I feel like this was one of his biggest roles. He probably had some roles that was decent before this, but I feel like this was his biggest role. Like, this joint propelled that man into a position that he wasn't in before. You know, and right when that happens, boom, here goes some allegations. Allegations. Oh, he did this. Strangulation. He did that. All right, okay, here we go. Here we go. You know, and unfortunately, it don't take. Unfortunately, like they don't even need much evidence. You know, they just need. Oh, he did what? All right, cool. We gonna take your word for it. And then, man, I don't need. World is just out here crazy, man. It's real in the field. Then you got idiots out here like the one chick down in Mississippi that went live on Facebook and shot the husband in the back of the head while she went live. I don't even know if y'all saw that, but she's stupid. Because she filming it. Then when the cops come, she still got the phone running. And she like, oh, we was tussling over the gun. You idiot. You was recording it. Y'all wasn't tussling over no gun. We all saw it. Homeboy was trying to leave. And y'all wasn't letting him, you wouldn't let him leave. Next thing you know, you shot him in the head, start screaming, you don't want to go to jail, this, that, and the third. That had to be the dumbest situation I've ever watched. That chick, I don't know what's up with that chick, but that chick was dumb. Like, it ain't no other way to describe that other than just dumb. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that situation, but that was crazy. That was crazy. Like, I tapped in and I watched the live. That was sickening. And she was just stupid. And then literally gonna tell the cop that they was tussling over the gun whole while you recording it. Like, that didn't make any sense. She made zero sense. She made zero sense. Like, I don't even know what her motive was for going live. Because dude wasn't even on nothing. Dude wasn't on nothing. So I'm like, man, hey, for real. We gotta watch how we moving out here, man. For real, straight up. Because you know the crazy part about it is, if they didn't have that on film, now she probably still wouldn't have got away because she shot dude in the back of the head. But she might have had a better chance of getting away if she wasn't filming it. Moni, peace, what's happening? So I'm like, man, it's too much going on out here, man. That's why I keep a low profile. I keep a very low profile, man. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I'm one of those individuals, like, I keep that low profile to the point where if I got accused of anything, the whole world gonna know it's some BS. Cause I don't do nothing. If I get accused of some allegations like that, the whole world gonna be like, yeah, they trying to get dude. That's why I keep a low profile, man. I got situations within my own family to where people are affected by some stuff like this, man. You know, back when I was in college with all them white chicks, when they started drinking and all that, your boy gone. I'm up out of there. You know, nope. I'm not getting caught up in none of that. Nope. You ain't gonna never see my name and face attached to any nonsense like that at all. I already got the image. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna give them any ammunition. I'm not going to place myself in any type of environment to where I could get accused of anything. Nope. I ain't touching you. Oh, you want to shake my hand? You work at this hotel? Nope. I ain't touching you. You know what I'm saying? You a white lady, you try to shake my hand, get away from me. I'm not touching you. You going to get this head? Nah, you going to get this hello. I'm not touching you. Family, you ain't about none of that. I'm not going. I am not going. I'm not going. I'm one of the ones, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not touching you. I don't need to shake your hand. What this white lady want to shake my hand for? I don't need to shake your hand. No, we can just talk. We can have a conversation. I don't need to touch you. You know? Nah. Because you ain't about to come back and be like, oh, he did this, he did that. I ain't do nothing. You watch the video footage. I didn't touch you at all. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I be playing it. I'm not going to give him any ammunition. I ain't giving him any ammunition, man. When I was around, when I went to that prestigious white college that I went to, when them parties broke out and them white girls started drinking, even before they was drinking, I wasn't touching nobody. I ain't touching none of these white chicks. Nope. You get away from me. Get away. I don't trust none of y'all. Nope. Ruben, what's happening? Yeah, they charged him, but I heard that she recanted her story. That's what I heard. Beast by Bless on out. What's happening? Lindell, yeah, I saw that. You know, I saw that. Yeah, I ain't even mad. Like, hey, we just gotta start moving better. You know, I keep my distance from these white chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna get nope. Y'all ain't finna accuse me of nothing. I'm not going. I'm not going. And then when it come to arguing with dude, leave instantly. Like, I'm not even gonna let the argument escalate these days. Are we arguing? Let me go ahead and walk on out of here. Like, soon as I get the vibe that it's about to be an argument, I'm walking out. Like that's just how I got to do it. You know, because when emotions get involved, everybody getting riled up, ain't no telling what's gonna go down. So nah, let me go ahead and let me leave. You know what I'm saying? Let me leave. Let me get in this car, let me drive, let me go for a walk, let me do something. Like, that's how I be handling those situations. I'm not about to stick around and see how bad this can get. I'm leaving instantly. I ain't finna go grab no cloak. Like, I'm leaving instantly. All right, this what we doing? Let me go ahead and get up out of here. Let me go ahead and get up out of here before this situation becomes way worse. Because the longer I stick around, the worse it could possibly be for me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got time for that. We gotta watch our environments. We gotta watch the situations we place ourselves in. We gotta watch the environments we place ourselves in, for real. That's how we gotta move as men, unfortunately. Because it's nothing. Like, it's nothing. All they got to do is point at us. You know, look what happened. R.I.P., you know what I'm saying, Emmett Till. You know, look what happened to him back in the day. Like, it ain't nothing for that stuff to start happening. It ain't nothing for that stuff to start happening. Oh, he looked at me. Nah, I ain't even looking at y'all. I don't even look at white chicks. Like, I don't even look at them, fam. Like, y'all be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I train a few and that's it. No, matter of fact, I train one. I train one white chick, one white dude, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Other than that, when I'm outside of this, man, I don't look in their direction. I ain't got time for that, man. Get away from me. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. Get away from me. I ain't got time for that. Y'all want to have a conversation with me, that's it. But I definitely ain't got to shake your hand. Definitely ain't got to touch you. Straight up. Leave me alone. I ain't even, y'all, and Muggs think I be playing. Like, Muggs think I be joking. Like, I be dead serious. Leave me alone. Like, I ain't got time for it. Leave me alone. You know? All right. If you want to discuss business, that's it. That's the only type of conversation I'm having with them. Discuss business. And we can keep it pushing. If you don't want to discuss business with me, if you're not trying to work out, get trained, or whatever the case may be, and I still barely trust that, you know what I'm saying, then we just keep it moving. Just keep it moving, man. But I ain't got time for it, man. All the arguing, like when things get real in the field, let me just leave. You get and oh, that's soft. I know it ain't. It'd be soft if I stick around and argue. You know what I'm saying? If you stick around and argue with the woman, that's softer than you walking away. Because what you gonna get out of arguing with a woman? What do you get out of that? What are you getting out of having a shouting match with a woman? What are you getting out of that? She ain't gonna shut up. You know what I'm saying? We know our sisters old too well. She ain't gonna be quiet. So what you about to do? Like, why you about to have a shouting match with this woman that you know not gonna shut up? That you know she got to get the last word. Cause physically she not about to try to do anything to you, cause she know she ain't got that. So she got this mouth on her. So she gonna use that mouth. You know what I'm saying? So why I'm about to sit around and go back and forth with her? I'm going to leave. Like, I'm going to cool myself down. I'm going to leave. I'm going to get in this car. I'm going to drive. I'm going to walk. I'm not finna argue. I'm not finna raise my voice. I'm not finna go back and forth constantly with this sister. Like, nothing good is going to come from that. Nothing good is going to come from that. Pointless. Dean, peace, what's at it? Lindell, for sure. And you know, that's when stuff, and that, unfortunately, man, when you be in a relationship with a person and y'all have been in a relationship for years, unfortunately, like, when y'all start to argue, or when, you know, an argument arises, man, people can say some hurtful things, man, when you done been with them for some years, because they know a lot about you. And a lot of times, man, that stuff comes out in the argument, man, and that be foul. So that's why I'm like, man, before that situation can get to that, before you can start saying some of these foul things, I'm going to leave, because some of these things I've told you not to use against me. So if I hear any of that while I'm upset, angry, or whatever the case may be, it's no telling how I'm going to respond to that, because I was like, I told you this and trusted you to not use it against me. So when mugs get emotional, they tend to bring those things to the surface and use them against you. And that's foul. That's foul. That's disrespectful. So I don't even want it to get to that. So it's like, let me go ahead and walk on out of here. Before you start saying some things, before we both start saying some things we regret, we start using secrets against one another. Like, nah, man, I told you that I trusted you, with this information. And now you mad and you want to use it against me? Nope. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even finna let it get to that. I ain't even gonna let it get to that. Now, I ain't perfect. I might slip up from time to time, go back and forth, but then I always eventually catch myself and dip. Like, all right, time to go. I ain't gonna stick around, man. I'm not gonna be in an environment where we got two people with hot heads in there. Nah, like the way I cool off, I gotta separate myself from the person. Like, I can't be in the same vicinity as this individual when we got a problem with one another. I gotta clear my mind. I gotta clear my head. That's the way I gotta operate. Nope, I can't be in the same vicinity and call myself cooling off. I gotta remove myself from this person. I gotta distance myself from this individual so that I can collect my thoughts. That's just how that's got to go. Fips and guns, peace, what's happening? Chaz, I'm trying to tell you, I gotta be alone. Listen to this music, something. I gotta be to myself, man. No, I can't argue with a person. I can't be in the crib with a person, argue with the person, stay in the crib with the person, and expect to cool off. Like, nah, nope, that does not work for me. That does not work. I got to go. Like, I got that, the way my mind and the way my frustration and anger be set up, I can't sit in this same crib with this person after you just disturbed my peace. No, let me go and leave. Let me leave. Let me gather my thoughts. Let me figure out how I'm about to approach this situation correctly and not just out of anger. Let me be proactive with it, instead of reactive. Let me think about why I'm really upset. All this type of good stuff, man. Like, all of these thoughts and solutions and things like that come to me when I'm by myself, when I'm driving, when I'm walking, when I'm alone, not when I'm in the same vicinity as this person. Because again, the world is crazy. You don't know what somebody gonna do. So if I'm in the same vicinity as a person and they angry, man, I don't know what's gonna go down. So it's hard for me to relax and be comfortable. I'm always on edge. So I'm like, man, hold on. I'm in the same crib with a person. We got the doors closed, whatever the case may be. We both angry. I don't know what they finna do. I don't care how long we done been together. I don't trust none of that. I don't trust anybody when they are angry, when they are upset, when they are emotional. There's no telling what a person will do when they are emotional, when they are angry, when they are upset, depressed, whatever the case may be. It's no telling what they'll do. All this, they love you, this, that, and the third, that goes out the window when a person is angry, when a person is upset. The logic and all of that, the reason is distorted. So I don't trust how you moving. So I can't be in that. I don't want to be in that same vicinity as you. Because I ain't finna let somebody do anything to me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Dean, for sure, and I can't be around individuals like that, where we always gotta be in a state of conflict with one another. Like, nah, like I remove those people from the cipher at all times. Like, dude, every time you come around, it's an argument, it's a debate, it's conflict, it's tension. Like, no, I don't deal with any individuals like that. I can't do it. Got to remove them from the cipher, got to remove them from the inner circle, man. That's too much. Like I said, as a black man, I pride myself on moving intelligently. What we say, use our higher form or highest form of intelligence. I move like that at all times. It's going to be very hard for somebody to catch me slipping when it comes to all of this nonsense that's happening out here, because I move mindfully. I'm very mindful of how I move. Very mindful. Man, I ain't getting caught up with nothing because I move that way. I'm mindful of how I move. And I suggest all of you brothers be mindful of how you move. 100%. 100%. Like I ain't, it ain't gonna be no question mark. It ain't gonna be no. Listen, if my name come up in some allegations, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what type of time they on. Y'all know what type of time they on. Y'all already know what type of time they on. Boy, if they be like, oh, he did this, then nope. They messing with him. They messing with him. Fist and gun for sure. Lindell, that's crazy. You know, and I got people out that way. And I ain't hear about that. That's crazy. The wife dialed 911 for a domestic and the pig shot him out of fear after a brief chase. And there you go. That's all it takes. All you got to do is call the cops on us. And that could be the end of our lives. That's it. All you got to do is dial 911. And the cops show up. We may or may not survive that. But that's all it takes. Dial 911 on the black man. Ain't no telling how that can go either way. Flip a coin. We either gonna live or we die. It's a 50-50 chance. No other group of people got to worry like that. To where if the cops are involved, it's a 50-50 chance. It's a 50-50 chance of them walking out alive. What other group of people got to worry about that? If somebody called the cops on me and the cops pull up, I got to look at it like it's a 50-50 chance that this can go, like I can walk out alive or they can shoot and kill me. And I ain't even did nothing. But it's still a 50-50 chance, depending on what type of cops they sending this way. Depending on the type of day that the cop is having. Cop having a bad day, that might be it for me. 50-50 chance. And no other group of people got to worry like that. No other group of people. Just us. When we get pulled over, man, we got to be nervous. Like, man, I hope this cop having a good day. They might be intimidated by the kid or something for whatever reason, and that could be enough right there. All because somebody called 911 or they pulled me over, and because I ain't did nothing, or I reached for the phone, or they was intimidated, and then they getting off. Man, I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't got time for that. And that's a nut. For real, that's another reason why I walk away when things are getting real. Because I'm not about to have somebody call the cops on me when I'm angry. No. So again, it's wisdom. Like if we got emotional people and we all angry, we riled up, man, I'm walking off. Because if I stay around any longer and the cops get involved and I'm already angry, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. So before I even let it get to the point where somebody calling the cops, I'm going to go ahead and take this walk. I'm going to go ahead and take this drive. Dominique, they already know. They know what's up. Subconsciously, they be knowing what's up. You know, that's why I say what I say, because subconsciously, they know what it is. Some of them consciously admit it. But consciously, man, they know what it is. Man, they know what it is. They know what it is. Dean, for sure. Man, stay solo dolo, man. I don't have time for it, man. I don't have time for it. I don't have time. I don't feel like being around people because, again, people be having ulterior motives. Man, you can't trust the motives of a lot of people, man. You just can't do it. You know, especially when you start to ascend, man, when you start to take on a certain status and whatnot, man, you really can't trust people, man. Don't let folks think you got something. You know what I'm saying? Don't let folks think you got some wealth on you. Oh, man, you really about to start getting hit with some nonsense. You really can't trust folks at that point. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, Dominique, whoa, I ain't even see that. Sheesh. Yeah, now that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I done had some very close calls within my own family in regards to domestic disputes and domestic violence. I didn't have to break up some things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to personally, like, I feel like I done saved some male family members from doing life. Luckily, I was there to break up situations. You know, if I wasn't there, ain't no telling what would have happened. But I done had close calls in my own personal life breaking up domestic disputes. And if I wasn't there, it would have been all bad. So I didn't personally dealt with this in regards to breaking it up. You know what I'm saying? So like, some people better be lucky that I was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Because they was finna go down. If I wasn't in the building to hold people off, man, I'd have been there. C-Lock, HVAC, peace. Appreciate that donation. Yeah, his career is in serious jeopardy. And it's almost, it seemed like for nothing. It seemed like for nothing, man, because the chick had an emotional episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's all it takes. That's all it takes for your career to be in jeopardy. For somebody to say you did something. Ain't got no proof. We ain't got no evidence. That's all it takes. Somebody raise their hand. Hey, he did that to me. All right, his career over with. His career in jeopardy. Like, that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy about it, man. That's all it can take. That's all it can take. Raise that hand and say, hey, he did this to me. Oh, okay, he did it. All right, we're going to lock him up, charge him, everything. Assassinate his character real quick. You know, that's one thing that they definitely do that to us, man. They assassinate that character. You know, and some of these allegations is a good way that they assassinate our character. So we got to be mindful of that. We got to be mindful of that. Now, you got some brothers that's out here that's wicked, that's doing some of the stuff, but then you got some that's not and getting accused of it. You know, so that's the messed up part about it. You got some brothers that's out here doing the foul stuff. And I feel like what's crazy is some of the brothers that's actually being foul out here, some of the dudes that's being foul, like they not even getting accused of anything. Like, that's what's funny about it. Some of the most ruthless dudes out here that's foul, that's really beating these women, they ain't even getting accused of anything. They ain't getting accused. That's what I find interesting about it. You probably got a bunch of brothers out here right now that beat their woman every day and ain't got not one allegation to their name. Not one accusation to their name. And you probably got plenty of brothers that ain't never did any of that, got several allegations and accusations attached to their name. For real. That's the messed up part about it. Oh, Dominique, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was, yeah, buddy, for sure. Yeah, David, I saw he lost that major deal with Marvel. And it's like, for what? Ain't nobody proved anything. Like, can we at least conduct a thorough investigation first and find the man guilty before we start doing this? Like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like a simple allegation, you done lost jobs, you done lost all that. Tony, you already know. You already know. I tell people all the time, I don't play in the snow. I don't even like to look in the direction of the snow. And this ain't out of fear. This is just out of, I don't have time for none of that. What am I looking in y'all direction for? There's no interest there. Never will be, never was. So I'm not even going to entertain that. I'm not looking in y'all direction. As far as I'm concerned, y'all don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all want to discuss business with me, I don't have anything to say with them. I don't have anything to say to them. I don't have anything to say to them. You know, and again, a lot of people hear what I'm saying. Oh, this is hatred, and no, it ain't. Nah, it ain't hatred. I deal with my people first. I deal with my people. I deal with my sisters. I deal with my brothers. That's who I deal with. I do not trust the others. Like, I don't trust them. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we have situations to where our sisters and placed us in harm. We have situations where our brothers then betrayed us. But I'd rather deal with that than these folk. Because it's a little different when Becky accuses you of something opposed to Tasha accusing you of something. It's a little bit different. So Liz, it goes a little differently. So I'd rather deal with the Tasha than the Becky. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Every time. It ain't even, it's a no-brainer here. It's a no-brainer. So I'm good. I don't need to look in y'all direction because what we finna talk about. Like I said, if we not discussing business, which you trying to work out? Okay, here we go. We could discuss business. These are my prices. These are my prices. Here we go. Let's discuss this business. That's what it is. Other than that, keep it pushing. We gonna keep it pushing. That's what we gonna do. Sooner or later, man, people gonna realize these truths. Sooner or later, y'all gonna realize what I'm on. Sooner or later, y'all gonna fool with it. Sooner or later, man. I'm telling y'all, I watch too many of the, the ID channel. I tell y'all this all the time. I watch this stuff too many times. Y'all be thinking it's sweet on that other side. And this for both parties. This for the black men and black women thinking it's sweet on the other side. Keep on playing. Keep on playing. Keep on thinking it's sweet on the other side. I tell y'all this all the time. I warn y'all about this all the time. Keep thinking it's sweet on that other side. It is not as sweet as you may think. It is not as sweet as you may think. So just keep on dabbling with this other side. Keep on thinking you all better than us because you diversified. You know what I'm saying? Your preferences. You don't just date outside your race, which you think that makes you better than me, like, because I don't. No. Keep on playing, man. Keep playing. Dean, for sure. You already know. My people, Mississippi, so you already know. Bobby, my brother. Peace. Appreciate that donation. AI for sure. And Chad, man, yep. Chad, Brent, whatever the name is. Bart, whatever his name. None of them. We don't fool none of that. Oh, Dwayne for sure. That fake smile, we don't fool with it. And again, like I say, every time I say that, people look at it like it's hatred. It's like I'm trying to tell y'all, no, it's not. I don't hate them. I don't hate a white woman. I don't hate them. I don't trust y'all. But I don't hate y'all though. And this is historically speaking. I'm too tapped in. I'm too tapped into my history, man. Like I just can't do it personally. I'm too tapped into my history. I'm too tapped into myself. There's no way that I could coexist with a white woman. I just can't do it. I start thinking about history. I start thinking about all type of stuff. Can't do it. Yeah, that's what it's gonna boil down to. I just can't do that. can't do that, man. Can't do that. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. It will not happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say don't look in that direction. Like I say, when I was in school, that's how I dodged all of that. I dodged all of that. Like I was never really interested in it. And so then when they did so happen to get me out of the dorm room and we in these functions, at these house parties and all of this type of good stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. Are they drinking now? I'm gone. I'm gone. Like that's what it is. Like I'm out of here. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like I'm out of here. I ain't even finna fool with it. I ain't finna fool with it at all. Bobby, the interesting thing about it is this is what I find interesting about that statement. The thing of it is, it's plenty of, because when I read the Viola Davis book, this hit me to a lot of game. Like it be sisters that be interested in brothers that be in this space, but sometimes those brothers don't like those type of sisters that be into that. And so that's where the conflict lies. So a brother that might be in that type of space might have a certain type of sister that he likes that ain't attracted to him. And that's what typically be going on. But when I read the Viola Davis book, man, she was talking, she was talking about the sisters in that space, and she was talking about the attraction she had to some of the dudes that was in the same space and how just that I tapped into that. But you got sisters that's definitely interested in those type of dudes. But we got to be real in the field as men. Let's not act like we ain't the seen, or we ain't the neglected some of the chicks that be in that same type of space that might be interested in us. I know for a fact I had a few people that was crushing on me back when I was like in middle school, that I'm talking about young girls that I called lame because of some of their preferences and things like that and some of the stuff they was in. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like I'm guilty of that as a young boy back in the day, and I was all over the place. I was on the honor roll, so I was in all of that. So I was in like all fields, and I definitely had some chicks that had crushes on me back in the day that I was like, nah, they lame because of what they did. Whole while the chick could have been decent, but since she was in the band or whatever it was, I was like, nah, I ain't fooling with that. What she on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact I turn girls away because of things that they did. Just like we say some of the sisters might not be interested in us because we like anime or we this, that, and the third. I know for a fact I turned some girls around back in the day, or I did not express any interest in certain girls back then because they was into some stuff that I considered very lame. I know for a fact. Like I was guilty of that. So I know. Like I had I had plenty of like what they would call nerdy chicks that was attracted to me, and I wouldn't even look in their direction. I wouldn't even look in their direction. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even look in their direction because I wasn't on that type of time. Like I wasn't even on that type of time. I'm like, man, I ain't you two in the books for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like I ain't with it like that. But this was in high. This was in high school when I turned into I was savage then. By that point, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like by the time I got to high school, savage, like straight savage. I wasn't caring about none of that school. I wasn't caring about none of that. And if you was into that, I probably had chicks failing in class. Like I probably had them going, declining. They grades declining. I was one of them. I probably was a bad influence at that point. I ain't even gonna lie. I know for a fact, like in high school, I know for a fact it was some of them chicks that was probably crushing on me then, that they was into the school, but like I wasn't into that, so they neglected their schoolwork because they trying to fool with what I'm fooling with, which wasn't schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? So I know I didn't did all of that nonsense, man. So hey, I already be knowing. That's why I don't be mad when anything bad comes my way, because I know what I was on. I know what I was on back in the day, man. I done lived all type of lives, man. At one point, I was like so-called nerd. I played whatever you want to call it. Man, I don't know. I was diverse out here, man. I did everything. So like I've always said, they could never really put me inside of a box. But when I got to high school, though, it wasn't even, I was in a box. I was savage. I ain't care about nothing. So I deal with all the karma for that. I deal with all the karma for that, man. I ain't even, once I got old enough to realize what I was on, I was like, yep. I accept it. I accept anything bad that come my way, because I know I mess with some folks' feelings and whatnot. Like I know I did all of that. You leading people on, knowing you ain't really trying to take it serious, but y'all know what it is, man. I know I ain't the only dude that been on that. But let me go grab this charger, y'all. Phone finna die on me. We in the gym going in. But yeah, I didn't did all of that. I done did all of that. I don't even know what the phone charger. Hold up. Yeah. All right. Clocks in. Peace. What's happening? But yeah, man, and that's why I always That's why I always come from the stance that I come from, because like I said, I did plenty of dirt, and and not only did at times, not only did I probably reject some of them chicks, but man, I probably came off harsh. I know it was a few instances, man, where I don't know if y'all ever had a situation where like back in the day, like a girl was crushing on you so hard, like didn't understand what no meant, so you just had to spaz out on her real quick. Like I had a few situations like that. Just had to go off on them, like, man, I told you nah, and then you just, yeah, man, I did all of that. Niecy, what's happening? So it'd be all bad. But yeah, Bobby, yeah, this happened right after Creed, which I feel like is his biggest film. I could be wrong, but I feel like this the film that put him over the top, as far as his acting. This is what got him this big, like his most notoriety. Again, I could be wrong, but that I feel like Creed then placed him over the top. Then boom, here we go. So that's what come with it though. That's what come with it. That's what come with it. Oh, Bobby for sure, man. I don't know if I dated any. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I had some that was interested in me, and I entertained them for a week or two, and it was like, yep, just kept it pushing. But y'all already know pretty much my situation, man. I wasn't, man. I couldn't stay in situations longer than a month, man. I was like, man, I get bored, man. I'd be like, all right, this it, keep it pushing. Back in the day, we used to talk on the phone for hours, and y'all already know how I feel about talking on the phone. I do that too many times. I'm tired of you now. Like, all right, man, we done talked on this phone too much, and now you keep calling me. I ain't gonna be able to do this one. Like and then I was back in the Skype days, and Muggs trying to Skype you. Like, man, I'm like, nah, I can't be doing all of this, man. OG, yeah, that Lovecraft. God damn, yeah, damn, I forgot about that. That joint was nice though. Yeah, that joint was nice. But yeah, yeah. But I feel like this one, like Creed, got his name, like his name now. Like when he was in love, like I never really knew dude's name. I knew dude's face, but I never knew his name. I remember I was on a live not too long ago where I was asking dude when they had him dressing all sweet on the cover of the magazine. I still didn't know his name. I was like, man, what's dude's name? And somebody had to put his name in the comments. But after this Creed situation, bro, name now. Like that's it. His name. Now you can attach a name to the face, a face to the name. Like Creed got people to know his name. Like, who is this dude? Jonathan Majors. All right, cool. So I feel like Creed is the movie that now you know his name. And now here we go, allegations. All clocks in, man. The story ain't really that crazy, but the crazy part about it is, like I say, we went to middle school together, but I didn't have any interactions with her in middle school. And what's crazy is our story is so crazy, cause she, y'all know she rap, I rap. We had a talent show in the 8th grade. She rapped with this girl, and they went on before me and my homeboy did a rap. And the girl that she used to rap with actually was one of the ones that had the crush on me. Yeah, that's the crazy part about our life. Like the girl she used to rap with back in middle school had the crush on me in middle school. And they did they little performance at a talent show in the 8th grade right before we did. Crazy how life worked. But I never talked to her in middle school. Like I ain't had no conversation with her in middle school. No conversation. And her brother was actually we had teams in middle school, and her brother was actually on my team. He was a year older than me. I think he was in one of my classes too. But I never talked to him in middle school though. Yeah, but that's the crazy part about that though. Crazy part about it. Oh, DJ Elmo for sure. For sure. You already know I don't got time for it. I don't got time for it at all. I ain't got time for it at all. I ain't even gonna I ain't gonna dabble in that direction. But I'm not. Hey, I already know I'm not Snow Bunny friendly. You know, like I said, that's why when I was at the school, like the Muzz wasn't even trying to talk to me. It's something in my like, hey, it's something on my face or whatever the case may be. My energy, I repel them. Like they don't even come in my direction. They don't even try to have conversations with me. It's like they see it in my face. They already know we ain't even finna talk to this dude. They already know. I ain't having too many conversations with them. Like they not coming up to me. I ain't even gonna lie to you, and it don't even be intentional. Like they just won't come up to me. I told you, I did 4-year bid at the college I was at. Man, I wasn't having conversations with them like that. They ain't even want me on their teams, and I'm the smartest one in the class. I never forget at the college I was at, my last year that we was about to graduate. We had group projects. I hated group projects. I like to do things solo dolo, but we had a group project. I think this was in like a marketing class or something. It was one of my business classes. And dude allowed us to pick our groups. I'm like, I already hate group classes. Now you allowing us to pick our groups. This is just even dumber, you know. But everybody assembling teams. Guess who was left with no team? It was me. And the teacher announced this to the whole class. He was like, so y'all, like nobody wants him in y'all group, and he got the best grade in the class. He's like, y'all making a mistake. And he was like, well, who group do you? I told that man, I said, man, I work by myself. So I experienced, like, that's what happened back then. That was crazy. Everybody picking groups, everybody assembling groups. Ain't nobody come to the kids, so I'm left there by myself, which that's cool to me. Muzz looking out here feeling sorry. I'm like, nah, that's cool. I work solo. But he announced it to the class. He was like, man, y'all making a mistake by not choosing him to be in y'all group. That was the teacher told him. It was the white dude. White dude told the class full of white kids that didn't want me in a group that they making a mistake. And I'm sitting there like, I don't care. I'm like, I'll do this project by myself, get a better grade than everybody. Clocks in a happy early born day. You say, what was my mindset at 23? Bro, at 23, I had just graduated college. Like I graduated college in May of 2013. I turned 23 that November. My mind, like honestly, my mindset, it wasn't all over the place because I was solidifying my foundation. At that point, I had acquired knowledge of self. I was in the process of, studying my lessons and this, that, and the third. So I had a great idea of who I was. But my problem, the problem that I had at 23, because I had just graduated college. I was like, now I got to figure out how to immerse myself in society and earn a living for myself. So I was trapped because at that time I'm reading Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, the Black Panthers, Amos Wilson, Shaka Musa Barashango. I'm reading all this information about these white folks. I'm listening to dead prayers every day, man. I ain't liking white people at this time. So I'm like, damn, I don't know how I'm about to do this work thing, fam. I ain't liking white. I ain't gonna lie. 22, 23, I wasn't too fond of white people at all. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm telling y'all, y'all, like what y'all see now is nothing compared to how I was at 22, 23. Man, because I was rapping heavy. And man, I done posted some of the music that I did back in those days, and y'all hear some of the lyrics. Man, I was on a real revolutionary type of time. So I was really trying to figure out my next move, man. I was like, man, I ain't gonna be able, like this corporate thing ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna do it. Cause I was like, they gonna come at me for my hair. Like I'm already knowing what I'm up against. And I had just graduated. So I was really trying to figure out a way that I can move in society and still hold on to my integrity, my sense of my identity. So that's where I was at 22, 23. I'm like, man, I need to figure out what I can do for myself so that I don't have to sell out, so that I don't have to try to walk up this corporate ladder because I already know how they gonna do me. And I knew where my mind was at that time, and I wasn't fooling with the white folks. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. At 22, 23, I was not fooling with white folks. And I was like, man, I about wanted to kickstart the revolution. I ain't lying. So that's when I was like, man, I gotta figure out some things that I could do as far as like business plans and things like that, man. So I started tapping in. I worked the BS job that I ain't had no business working. Whole while I'm trying to just conjure up plans and things like that, So I put myself in the corporate field, man, but I'm accepting jobs that I shouldn't have accepted, hindsight. But I'm like, man, I just, as a man, you just gonna go do whatever, man, just to make ends meet. I was getting a lot of doors closed on me for no reason. I'm more than qualified for all these jobs. I'm applying for jobs, getting rejected. So that was pissing me off. So I was like, man, I was angry. I ain't gonna lie. 23, I was angry. I had just did what everybody told me to do, go to school, get these degrees, accumulated this student debt, and none of these jobs fooling with me. The stuff that I told them was gonna happen. So I was angry. I was at 22, 23, I was angry. I was like, man, I didn't accumulate this debt, and these degrees ain't getting me nothing. So now I'm mad. So now I need to figure out something that I can do. So I had a lot of anger inside of me. I didn't like what I just experienced and went through, and then the result of it. So I had a lot of anger at 22 and 23. I wasn't peaceful at all. That's why a lot of times when I got in that studio, I was saying what I was saying. I was rapping how I was rapping. I was going in on the system. It was fuck the government, all this. Like I was saying all that. I was saying all that on Facebook. I was saying all that on the music. I was saying all that everywhere. But that was my mindset at that time, man. I wasn't fooling with anything corporate. I wasn't fooling with the system at all. Wasn't rocking with the government. Wasn't rocking with none of that. Wasn't rocking with any of that. Oh, Nishi, let's get it. I just had some young brothers hit me up today that live around my way, about 18, talking about transitioning to vegetarianism and all that. I was like, yes, let's get it. Let's go. David, man, yeah, I tap in to do from time to time. Like I see some videos of them pop up, but I haven't sat down and really watched them to, to give my opinion, to give a thorough opinion on them. But from the stuff that I have seen, it do be cool though. Sweet Tea, Shakira, peace. What's happening? But yeah, clocks in, man. If I'm being honest, Kurt, what's happening? If I'm being honest, man, at 22, at 23, I had a lot of anger. I was angry at the system. I was angry at being discriminated against. I was angry. I was finding out all this information. I was finding out that all this stuff that I had been taught was a lie. I was at that stage in my life where I was uncovering the truth. And I'm like, damn, y'all been lying to me this whole time? So I'm learning everything at 22, 23. And I'm like, damn, all this stuff. Y'all have been lying to me about all this. So, man, I was angry. I was confused. I wasn't even confused, but I was just angry. Because that was at a period, like I said, where I'm in the process of gaining knowledge of self. So I'm reading everything pertaining to my blackness. So I'm coming across all the truths. And, man, like that didn't have me feeling the best at that time, because I'm looking at all the people around me, all the elders around me, like, damn, why y'all ain't teach me this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all ain't tell me this? Why y'all let them tell me this, man? Why y'all got me believing this? Why y'all got me celebrating this when it's related to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all got me out here moving like this? Like, I felt like, man, y'all played with me. I'm going off about everything, man. I'm telling you, I was a rep. Like, I'm getting in arguments on Christmas. Like, nah, man, we shouldn't be celebrating this. This ain't got nothing to do with no birth to this, that, and the third. If the dude was really born, he would have been born when the weather was better. Like, that's why they call it Xmas and all that, man. I was giving they ain't like me at the functions. They ain't like me at the functions. Because I was going in. 22, 23, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm going in. We shouldn't be celebrating this. It got it in the Bible right here that we shouldn't even be having a Christmas tree up. Man, I used to go in, man. Because I'm like, man, why y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all ain't learning? Why y'all ain't studying this stuff that y'all been trying to instill in me? You know what I mean? Like, I ain't like that. Hey, the color of compromise. That joint is right and exact. I got that joint. That's very informative. But yeah, man, when I started tapping into all that knowledge, man, when you young, you got a different type of energy with that information. I'm like, man, y'all out here got us celebrating all this BS, and we shouldn't be celebrating none of this. It's all, it's capitalism, man. We just feeding they pockets when it comes to these holidays. Man, I was going in. Then y'all don't get me started on the food. I was way different with the food, and the way I would talk to people versus now. Like, you don't even know how I eat now. But back in the day, I was coming with a hardcore energy telling you why you shouldn't be having this on your plate and what it's doing to you. Hey, you want to eat that pork chop? Look at these worms that's finna form inside you while you consuming this pork chop, or after you consume this pork chop. You know what I'm saying? Like I was going in on folk. I was I was going in, man. People did not. I was getting deleted on Facebook by all family members. I was going off, going in every chance that I got. Cause I was like, man, why ain't nobody been digging for this information? Why y'all celebrating these things? Why y'all paying attention to, like, why y'all subscribing to these things and y'all don't know nothing about it? You know, like this for real. Like this stuff is right here. You know what I'm saying? It's right here in the stuff that y'all told me to believe and y'all didn't know it. Why? I ain't understanding that. Why are you subscribing to something that you don't know? So I ain't understand that. Like you trying to tell me to subscribe to something, believe to something, you don't know it. Stop talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was on that type of time, heavy and hard. I still be on that type of time. But at 22, 23, I was really on it. I was really on it. You know, I was really, really on it. Where I argue with but like I had debates. I used to get on Facebook. I used to have debates with every group of people that you could think of. But y'all, with that being said, man, look like one of my clients just pulled up, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap into this gym, get this gym ready for these sessions, man. So I appreciate the donations, appreciate y'all tapping in with me. I might try to tap in again with y'all tomorrow. Let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday. Y'all be easy out here. I appreciate y'all. Peace.